Family of Nine was an amazing group. I, growing up, used to think that the songs that they sung was actually the Jackson Fives, but it wasn't. It was the Silvers. It was nine of them. Very attractive family. The mother was the manager, and the father, I believe he was manager as well. Well, they took these kids through hell and high water and moved them out the way and played them against, in my opinion, the Jackson Fives, later to become just Michael Jackson. But they sung songs like Hotline, Hotline, calling on the hotline, for your love, for your love, Hotline, Hotline, and Boogie Fever, Boogie, Boogie, baby, Boogie down, just get on down. I know y'all remember that because I do. It was one of my favorites. They could sing. They took them through so much, and at the hands of the devil and the evil Illuminati. Yep, back there in 1975 and 78, they was doing the same thing. In my opinion, they did what they did to the sister to scare them up and make them get on board. They took their music from them and, well, basically stole it like they do everybody else, and wouldn't even allow them to use their name, which was the Silvers. That's their last name. They went to court, all kinds of court battles and stuff. Let's take a listen. And they still didn't win.
Instead of us sticking to our guns, we just, okay, well, this is what they want, so we'll do this. And that was a problem.
It became more of the record company's dream and whatever producer there was at the time, their dream and their vision, and not much of the Silvers in it. So if you don't stay true to yourself, it's not going to last, and you won't be happy.
The Silvers were growing unhappy for other reasons. They were fighting over money with their manager, Al Ross, whose contract entitled him to half of their earnings.
And when I saw his deal with them, it was, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. 50-50. You got 50, they got 50. There's 10 of them. It's one of you, and you got to be joking with me.
He made a lot of money off 9 people, and he was getting half. So he didn't have enough is enough. Okay, nothing. It was just like, hey, this is the contract.
We started down the road of a lawsuit, and that was the beginning of it spiraling down.
The Silvers' legal battle would drag on for 5 years as Ross challenged their right to perform or even use their own name professionally.
It wasn't like this was some group name. This was their family name.
A lot of companies just didn't want to be bothered with the mess, so they just wouldn't work with us.
There were actual injunctions being presented to whoever would attempt to hire the group at that time. The only one who had the courage to stand up to them was Dick Clark.
They had all...
And guys, when they put pressure on you, because now you want out, now you want your money, you want them to pay up, you want them to stop using you, of course, they make you look crazy, they put you on drugs. Now they do the opioids thing. They put you on drugs and tell everybody, they smear your name and tell you crazy. And you have to do the sacrifice thing. So they their mother lost 2 children. And it was terrible.
Of our paperwork, everything. Well, when you file a lawsuit, your case is your trail of paperwork. So there were things that we were claiming in our complaint that we couldn't prove. So we ended up having to settle. And it's still a mess to this day.
By the time they settled out of court in 1985, the Silvers' career had ground to a halt. They released one final album in 1984 titled Bizarre that spawned 2 minor hits, but didn't chart. After that, they broke up.
When Leon was at the helm of the production of the music, that was our direction. And it fizzled out because we weren't really doing what we were supposed to do.
So I want to go back just a little bit. I want to show y'all something.
Your trail of paperwork. So there were things that we were claiming in our complaint that we couldn't prove. So we ended up having to settle. And it's still a mess to this day.
By the time they settled out of court in 1985,
MK
the
Ultra.
Silvers' career had ground to a halt. They released one final album in
One Eye.
1984 titled Bizarre that spawned 2 minor hits. but didn't
Pyramids.
chart. After that, they broke up.
When Leon was at the helm of the production of the music, that was our direction.
His hand.
And it fizzled out because we weren't really doing what we were supposed to do.
But the band's breakup was just the beginning of their problems.
We didn't really take the time to stop and talk our way through the transitions. And because of that, there was a meltdown.
I noticed that as time was going on, I just couldn't deal with the things that were going on in the world, period.
To relieve her sorrows after the breakup, Angie Silvers turned to drink.
I started noticing that alcohol was soothing. So of course I started drinking more and more, and until I came like this really highly functioning alcoholic.
Next to fall was Ricky Silvers, who got caught up in the burgeoning drug scene of the mid-'80s. Foster, still a teenager, soon followed in Ricky's path.
Music was everything for them because they started even younger than the older set of siblings. So that's really all they knew.
And I think it just really messed with them, the two of them in particular.
And they didn't want to do anything else. They didn't know how to do anything else. And, when they were told that they couldn't, that was the time where I saw a lot of drugs start.
In years to follow, both Ricky and Foster would serve time for drug possession.
That's what they do.
While addicted, Foster was also charged with a sexual act with an unwitting acquaintance.
When Ricky and Foster went direction of addiction, all I could do was pray. That's one of the toughest things to do is when you see something go awry and you can't stop it. I couldn't stop it. I couldn't do anything about it.
Our day will come.
Once more, the Silvers family was struggling. And once more, they would rise to the challenge.
Today I am real grateful for life. I've been given another opportunity to do something different.
Falling in love.